Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cooper of Cooper's Mobile Mechanics, and today is going to be a very busy day. So to start with, I've got a Volvo XC60. I'm going to be doing a pair of rear trailing arm bushes. And then after we're done here, I've got a Volkswagen Passat for a service, and then I've got a Peugeot for a wet belt change. So yeah, it's going to be fairly busy, to be fair. Hopefully the weather's going to stay on my side, because if it rains, it's just going to make everything take a little bit longer, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully everything runs smoothly and we can smash it all out in good time. So to begin with, I'm just going to take the plastic covers out from the bottom. So just a few 10mm nuts to get out there. So now that cover's off, I've got a bracket here for the brake line. Just want to get that off there. And then there is a couple of connectors here to get off. Just get that wire and loom off, get the brake pipe off, so that I can then drop the arm down. So I've got two bolts, one there, and then I think I'm going to have to take out this bolt here and maybe the shock absorber bolt as well, which then should allow the arm to drop down. Basically, you want to get it down far enough so the arm's kind of here, so that I can get my press tool and push the bush out. But before getting anything out, what I think I'm going to do is get a pen or some paint or something. I'm going to mark exactly where the mounting was for the bush. I've got two marks there because I want to get it back where it was before. Get it as accurate as I can. So I've got the tool set up now, ready to push that bush out. Just need to get a socket on here and wind it in. It's probably going to be quite tight, I imagine. Hopefully it just kind of goes with a pop and then pushes quite easily through the rest of it, but we'll see. Alright, so now that's out, I want to clean this up. As you see, it's got rust. There's like some glue on there as well. So I want to get all of that clean, get it as nice and smooth as possible. So ideally, when I go to push the bush in, it'll just slip in nicely, in theory. So now, getting the new bush in, sort of lined up that knot that I was talking about, and then just get the tool set up like that. In theory, if I wind it in, it should push it in nice and straight. Oh, so that is the bush in. Basically, you keep winding until on the tool itself, you've got that bit there that overhangs, and the bottom overhangs as well. So you keep on going until the end of the tool touches the trailing arm itself. You'll know once it stops, which then leaves you with the correct gap there, and then the correct gap in there. So now, should be able to get this tool off, build it all back together, and then go and tackle the other side. Well, so the Volvo trailing arms are all done, the bushes I should say. Now we're just doing a service on this Passat, so I'm just running through the fault memory now. It's got a couple of faults for the glow plugs in 1 and 3. Intermittent faults also with the lost communication with the steering column control unit. So I'll jot those down and I'll just let the customer know. At the minute there's no engine management light on. He hasn't complained of an engine management light coming on either, so yeah, just something I'll let him know, so that if the light does come on, at least then he knows what it's going to be, or have a good idea of what it's going to be, and maybe something else. So while I'm here, I'm just going to reset the service light on this one. Oiler inspection service. Okay. That's saying it was successful. So if I just double check that now, it should say it here. Yeah, oil change 9,400 miles or a year, inspection 20,000 miles or a year. Perfect. Those trailing arm bushes, they did take a little bit longer than I was hoping to be honest with you. Just a bit tricky getting, especially doing it mobile, lying on the floor. I think if I had a ramp, it'd be a lot easier. Laying on the floor, you've got to
I had a big pry bar because you had to pull the trailing arm down far enough to get the tool on because the tool's so big. So I was laying there, had my legs sort of hooked over it, pulling the pry bar down, pulling the trailing arm down with my legs, and then using both hands to get the tool in. You could do it with 3 hands really, to be honest. It just kind of falls all over the place, but yeah, we got it done. It's not a huge issue, it just kind of means I'm a little bit on the back foot today now. Like I said, I've got a busy day today, well, that wet belt to do after this, so yeah, just on the back foot a little bit. I imagine I'm going to be finished by about 9 o'clock tonight.
I've done all the oil change and everything, changed the oil and filter, I filled it up. It's going out the inspection at the minute. Front brake disc, you can see there, quite corroded on the interface. Also the rear tyres, both of them are measuring just below 3mm, sort of 2.8, 2.9mm, so usually recommend getting them replaced once they're below 3. Other than that though, it's in good condition, to be honest with you, just those 2 things. So yeah, I recommend getting a pair of rear tyres fairly soon, and getting those brakes. And the pads are like 6mm or 5.5mm, so yeah, it's going to be due some brakes pretty soon. Right, so that one's all done. Just got the wet belt to do now. It is just coming up to 2 o'clock, but I've just realised I think the timing tools, I think I've left them at home, so I'm gonna have to stop there. Luckily I don't live far from the customer's house anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go over there and get the timing tools and then head over. So I imagine I'll probably get there about 20 past 2. So yeah, I'll probably finish about, I don't know, hopefully 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit later. It's going to be a long day anyway. Well then, it's 2:30, time to do this wet belt. This is one that's been diagnosed somewhere else, and they've told her that it's the wet belt that's causing the issue. So engine management lights on, it's got a fault there, lubrication system pressure above reference value. Usually I would have thought you'd get low oil pressure, not high. And you've got intake camshaft dephase or locking as well. So I'm going to do the wet belt, have a look at the intake camshaft dephaser, take the sump off obviously, check the strainer and see if that all needs a good clean up. First things first though, let's get the oil drained, get the filter changed, get this sump off, see what's going on there. Well, I'll be honest, it's not as blocked up as I thought it was going to be. So a little bit in the strainer there, but yeah, I was expecting it to be a lot more blocked up than that, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'll get it all cleaned up anyway, get the sump back on, get a new filter on there, and then tackle the belt. Right then, that's the sump on, oil filter in, time to crack on with the belt. So I've essentially just got to get all of this stuff out of the way. So I need to get the rocker cover off. So I'm getting all this pipe work off for the turbo, get the coils out, get the fuel pipes off. Fuel pump's probably got to come off, I'm not sure. Air filter housing back here. And then, yeah, rocker cover off. To get the rocker cover off, possibly. No, I was going to say the last one I did, I had to get the engine mount off and drop the engine right down. But that was a non-turbo, this is a turboed engine, so it looks a little bit different. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to need to drop the engine actually. And there's the rocker cover off, and here's the belt. It is looking in quite bad condition, to be fair. Don't know if it's how much it's picking up on camera. It's quite cracked, and there's kind of on the camshaft sprockets, it's got like a dust. You can see there, so there's kind of black dust. You can kind of wipe off. So yeah, it is breaking up. So I'm going to take the diffusers off first. There's one there, one back here somewhere as well. I'm going to take those out, see if they need a good clean up, because I've just got that diffuser fault stored. So hopefully it's just a case of cleaning them up, see if there's any bits in there. Change the belt. Right, so there's one of them, look. That's what it should look like.
All that gunk in there. That's on the exhaust side. I think, yeah, the fault was on the intake side, wasn't it? So I assume that one's going to be worse, but yeah, both definitely need cleaning up. And that is the intake one. That's even more blocked up than the exhaust side. So hopefully, cleaning these up, we'll get rid of those faults. If not, might need to get new ones. Yeah, intake defays are locked with the fault, so we'll see. Alright, so same process as before then, I guess. Lock the cams, lock the crankshaft. So you lock the crankshaft by putting a pin up here into the flywheel. And then I'm just going to take this auxiliary belt off. Oh my god, let's take that belt. It's a good job I've got a new one with me, isn't it? Jesus. Yeah, so get that off. Take the crankshaft pulley off, which should come with the water pump belt. Again, I've got a new water pump belt to put on. And then the cover up there to take off. And then I can get the belt off. So now I've got the flywheel locked in, got the intake camshaft locked there. I'm taking off the vacuum pump here, and I've got my tool to lock it back there for the exhaust. Got the cover off, and I can now take off the idler pulley, take off the tensioner, take out the crankshaft sprocket once I work the bolt out, and then I can get everything out and I can lift the belt upwards. That's the belt out. See how cracked it is or breaking up. So get everything all cleaned up in here. I'll say there's dust and stuff all over the camshaft sprockets. I'm gonna get it all cleaned up, and then I can get the new belt and everything in and build it all back together. Not doing too badly for time either, to be fair. It's 5:10, so hopefully could be done by about 7. That'd be nice. So what I tend to do with these, obviously got to get the belt down that way. I'll get a couple of cable ties, so I'll hold it onto the camshaft sprockets, which will basically stop it from falling off when you're getting it all underneath. And then what you also might notice, the belt is actually made by Dayco. It is a genuine kit that I've got, but the belt is made by Dayco. So you could probably, if you wanted to, you could get a non-genuine kit, you could get a Dayco kit, and then you could get all the nuts, bolts and everything, the gaskets and all seals and all that sort of thing. You could probably get those separately, but I reckon if you've got the Dayco kit and everything non-genuine, I can guarantee you it'll cost a lot more than getting the genuine kit, because the genuine kit all comes with everything with it. So you get all your nuts, bolts, all your gaskets and seals, literally everything that you could need for this kit, and the price of it is really good, to be honest with you. They're not expensive at all. So with everything in place, put the belt in, put the crankshaft sprocket in first, put the bolt in, don't tighten the bolt, then put the idler pulley in. Again, I've not tightened that just yet, and the tensioner I've put in, but I've not tightened up just yet. Finger tight, but I haven't torqued anything up. So first I want to tighten up. I'm going to torque up the idler pulley there, then I'm going to tension the belt. So I'm going to get the Allen key there, wind it over until the points line up, and then I can torque that up, and then I can torque this up. And that's it, engine room. What time is it? 6:45. So it's all up and running, no faults in the system. Checked around, there's no oil leaks, anything like that. So really I just need to put my tools away, stick the wheel lash liner back on, and then drop it down, take it for a road test, and it should all be done. So yeah, should be done by about 7 o'clock, which is a lot sooner than I thought it'd be done, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And that's me all done. It is 7:30, so got finished a lot faster than I thought I would. I'm happy about that, to be fair. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's just been something a little bit different, rather than showing you a load of jobs spread out throughout the week. I just thought I'd show you a full day, seeing as I had a busy day. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.